Yeah.
Alright, cool. Okay, I'll speak to you later. Alright, bye. Bye, bye, bye.
Okay. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Mas tem só não acabar. Se possível. Já tomou as fotos comigo. Tá bom? Terminar, deixa eu terminar já. Conseguiu um pouquinho? Vamos lá, vamos iniciar? Vamos iniciar nosso trabalho. Podem ver todos somos, tá?
The blend of these two plants, it makes the tea, and the tea is a spirit. And here we have two kinds of what we call work. We have the Santo Daime, which is more like focused on Christianity and on Thursdays, Santo Daime, and on Saturdays, shamanic works or what we call cosmic works. So it's two different ways to approach the tea. Some places they have really good ways to bring you into this world, but here they make it with a simplicity that I've never found anywhere else. The tea, the ayahuasca, it's an entheogenes. Have you heard this word?
Yes.
So it makes you look inside yourself. It's not a drug, it's not a drug that makes you, because if you open your eyes, it's over. You open your eyes, it's over. So while you are with your eyes closed, so you are in that world which is your own world. It's inside of yourself. It's everything that's inside you. So if it's ugly, you have to face that ugliness in order to solve the problems you have in trust. It's not something that you do once. Like in one time you're gonna be able to solve all your problems. But if you keep coming here, they recommend each 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks you come back so you can look inside yourself. And there's something that Peter says, that the ayahuasca, it kills you. It kills you and you see the other world, you see beyond, and then you come back to tell your brothers about what's going on there.
Right.
So it's hard to explain the experience you go through when you are under the effect of the tea. And when you take the ayahuasca and different ceremonies, you are able to look inside of you to this prejudice beliefs, and start making yourself a better person. These power plants, they're helping us to break free.
It's in my DNA to make films, to capture stories, and I thought, why not capture my own story this time, but also use this film as a way to help other people. How I learned about ayahuasca in the first place was through watching documentaries, and I don't think I would have actually come if I didn't watch like a film to explain what it's about. And I was especially interested in the world I entered when I came here, because I had never stepped into that dimension in the way that I did the experience that I had here. And I'd done ayahuasca in Peru, did it in Mexico. I think this would have been, when I came the last time, it was my 9th time, and it was the most intense out of all of them. Trip I had again was just a really beautiful experience, and for me, I'm going into these very much what people may describe as heaven in terms of a dimension, and it's just a very, very profound experience, just beyond anything that I've felt in my whole life. So I'm getting these sensations that are pure pleasure, but also having the comfort in knowing that the place that I'm going to is not threatening, it's very welcoming. And the last time I was here, I wasn't aware that I'm actually doing this, but I'm making these very loud sounds and moaning and groaning. And maybe in your mind you're in a peaceful zone, but your body is saying something else, is communicating something else. Why might that be the case?
Primeiro eu queria agradecer a Blaze pela presença.
Thanks you for coming here to this space, which is very, very important for us. And he tells us that the ayahuasca journey is an inner journey, which makes you get to know better yourself. Okay, so the key to self-knowledge is knowing where are we going, what are we doing, and who are we. And this is what we do here. So when you get to know yourself, everything becomes easier. Because as it is up there in other spiritual dimensions, it is here. So if you get to know yourself, the universe kind of works for you the same way it works in the spiritual realm. Everyone has darkness and light inside. Our body is a machine, that's how we call it here, and we have to understand this darkness and this light inside of us to be better people. With this bigger force that we here call God, we believe that force is what brings people here, and they come here for healing. That's the work we do here. We help people to heal themselves. They find inside of them the strength to get to know themselves better and heal themselves. We have ups and downs, and during the ceremony, you also have ups and downs. So that's for you to get to know better your life and to heal yourself, knowing that through light and through darkness, you have ups and downs, and that makes you heal yourself.
What would you say to anyone who's afraid of taking part in ceremonies like this?
Being afraid is part of being human. What you're actually afraid of is the unknown. So you have to know that when you come here and you are afraid, that feeling is present in your life, and you come here to face that and to stop feeling afraid from the unknown, because if you don't know that, you don't get to know yourself.
So I mentioned before that I had done ayahuasca like 10 times. This is going to be the 11th time doing it now. What I'm struggling with a little bit is how to process these worlds, this heaven dimension that I'm going to.
The secret in an ayahuasca ceremony is to silence your thoughts. Don't ask for anything, don't think anything, and don't bring your external problems into the ceremony. Let go completely. The best way to silence your thoughts within a ceremony is to pay attention to the music. Your mind is a powerful machine. Your mind doesn't stop out there in what we call Maya. It's a god, it's an Indian god that creates illusion. And your mind doesn't stop when you come to the ceremony. It keeps thinking about your everyday life. So the main work that you have to do is to silence your mind. That's the challenge. So when you silence your mind, the tea, the ayahuasca, it starts to have effect over you. The same way you create your own life out there, if you don't silence your thoughts, you're going to create something here that is not the actual truth that the tea can bring to you. If you have a problem out there and you bring that problem into the work, into the ceremony, your ceremony will become the problem. You have to listen to this, to your heart's voice. Silence your thoughts. To talk with the universe, with God. Of course, when you are beginning the ceremonies, everything's confusing. That's why you scream, that's why you moan, that's why you throw up, which we call cleaning yourself. Throwing up, the cleaning you do has to do with your thoughts. If you think, you have to clean yourself from those thoughts. So the biggest secret with ayahuasca is to pay attention to the music and let yourself go without your external problems. So you get to know yourself, self-knowledge. That's the purpose of the plant, for you to get to know yourself.
You know, we talked earlier about this dying and then crossing over kind of thing when you take the ayahuasca. Maybe just explain a little bit about that and where this place might be that we end up going to. Because I've been here twice now and I've gone to that place twice. So just a bit about that.
Cada
So
pessoa.
we have to understand that everything that you saw, it's yours. So it's different for everyone. Everyone has their own way to understand what the tea is bringing you. So some people go to that place, some people go to other places. The place where you went, it's inside of you. So we say here that it opens a little window so you can see the other dimensions, and you get to understand that only you know what places that you saw and where it is. So there are many degrees of ayahuasca, stronger and softer.
Okay.
E que ele, por enquanto, está tomando a média.
You're taking the medium one.
Ah,
Mas
okay.
depois, se
It's
ele quiser
not the
aumentar,
strongest one. If you want to increase your grade, so you can
Go deeper.
with time. Yeah.
Okay.
se ele
I
quiser
think
aumentar,
I felt like the last 2 times I've come here, I think they've been very intense, but in a good way intense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I felt very much.
Ele falou que foi bem intenso nas últimas vezes, assim, então acho que tá bom.
quando ele avisa ele, quando ele quiser fazer mais intenso, eu tenho. Né?
If you want to get even more intense, he has the tea.
Okay.
He has the stronger tea.
I'm trying to go into this experience now with a very clear head. And although I've kind of, I guess, had intentions before, maybe I just need to trust in the process that it's going to give me what it needs. And this is what comes up quite a lot, is people talk about ayahuasca giving you what you need and not what you want at the time. And could this be the awakening that I need?
Eu tive bom trabalho. Silenciar os pensamentos, fechar os olhos. Fazer uma oração para iniciar. Pai nosso que estás no céu, santificado seja o vosso nome, vamos nós ao vosso reino, seja feita a sua vontade, assim na terra como no céu. O pão nosso de cada dia nos dai hoje, meu Pai. Perdoai as nossas dívidas, assim como nós perdoamos aos nossos devedores. E não nos deixe, Senhor, cairmos em tentação, mas livrai-nos, defendei-nos, Senhor, de todo mal. Amém. Jesus, Maria e José. Ave Maria, cheia de graça, o Senhor é convosco. Bendita sois vós entre as mulheres, bendito é o fruto do vosso ventre, nosso irmão Jesus. Santa Maria, Mãe de Deus, rogai a Deus por nós, os pecadores, agora e na hora de nossa morte. Amém. Jesus, Maria.